man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Shaedon Sharpe is out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Ayton. Then it's Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Takes the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Avdia, a screen on Kuzma. And the basket by Kamare.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And really deep 3 that time.
And Lillard wasting no time getting 3 back.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Driving in, Sharpe, the pass to Avdia. Puts up a deep 3. They get the rebound. Pass to Kamare. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kamare's got 6.
There's a lot of people who are very curious about Ayton and the total package he is. Nice pass there.
Back to Kuzma. Now here's Lillard. The 3. Avdia with the rebound. Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Looking back at Damian Lillard's time in Portland, what an incredible 11-year run. I mean, Brent, he was the team.
Yeah, unbelievable all-time great for the Portland Trailblazers. All-NBA 7 times, Kevin, the Blazers record. And no doubt one of the most beloved players that's ever put on a uniform in the great Pacific Northwest. But I know for Damian Lillard how competitive he is. He doesn't want to just rely on what it is he accomplished there. There's more to be done, and he wants to win at the highest level, and that's what he's looking to do.
And Portland making a change here. Grant's checked in.
Jeremy Grant.
Avdia. Here's the 3. Connects from 3-point range.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
From deep, Prince buries it from 3-point range.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. 3-point lead. And Sharpe has it in the corner from outside the arc. Milwaukee with the rebound. Prince outside. Off target with his 3. Trailblazers leading by 3. Avdia kicks to Simons. From outside off the mark. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 5 from 3-point land here in the first quarter. And stolen by Ayton. And now Portland on the break. Simons with the ball. Lillard picks him up.
Man, finishing it off there. Simons showing great quickness and alertness to get there that time.
Here's Lillard. Pass to Lopez. Out to Kuzma. Bucks passing it around. 3-pointer Lillard. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Trailblazers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The bad boy Pistons and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there.
And stolen by Ayton. From deep 3-point land. Again, Simons missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Grant with a screen on Lillard. Pass to Ayton. From deep. A rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Prince, the pass to Kuzma. Giannis dishes to Lillard. Outside, Simons. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Buries the long-range jumper.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Grant surveying the D. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Portland?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post position. Gary Trent is out there with Kevin Porter. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Kamare, defended by Portis. Kamare misses. Bucks trail by 7. Launches a 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. On the wing, Porter. A fader. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo? Well, nice smooth release from Grant that time. Can't let him get that kind of rhythm.
Trent against Giannis. Trent with the wide open look. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Trent's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Klingon. They grab their own miss. Pass to Kamare. There's the triple. Out to Henderson. Right wing. And it's Grant in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound from deep three-point land. And that one's good. Thibault. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Always a threat. Three-point land that time was seriously expanded.
Stolen by Grant. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Brent, for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar. And these guys have been contenders ever since.
And a deep three from Prince. Avdia with the rebound. Portland leading by 6. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Pass to Sharp. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Lillard from outside. And the Bucks miss again. And for Portland, they're shooting just 28%. They are offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, And the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan.
Like seeing Grant knocking down threes, especially when it comes in the form of getting revenge.
The kick out to Lopez. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Sharp on the wing. Guarded by Prince. And it's Sharp missing.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
And it's Giannis missing. And here's Avdia. Knocks down the 3 ball. Avdia's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers. Here's Kuzma. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Portland ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot from... They're thinking about the shot.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Jeremy Grant. What a contribution.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. Anthony Simons out there with Shaedon Sharp. Then it's Avdia. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the small forward position. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Here's Kamare, guarded by Kuzma. Offensive rebound, pass to Kamare. Ayton against Lopez. 5 on the clock. Avdia on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession.
Portland ball.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Avdia with a screen for Simons. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown. And the 3 ball is good. Simons has got 6.
And Anthony believing in himself that time. Just 0 hesitation on that, Jake.
Lillard finds Lopez. Back to Lillard. Fires the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Avdia, a screen on Lillard. Simons surveying the D. Shoots a 3. And it's Ayton missing. Bucks trail by 8. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Sinks the triple.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Prince. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And stolen by Lillard. Prince with the ball. Now Avdia defending.
The third, 2 minutes.
Lillard from outside. Portland grabs the miss. Ayton's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Kamare, guarded by Kuzma. Kamare misses.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Abdi on the wing. 1:22 left in the third. Back to Ayton. 6 on the shot clock. Fades and shoots. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, hitting that mid-range shot, this is right now probably the extent of Ayton's range.
Lillard with it. Now Avdia defending. From deep, Prince, and the Bucks miss again. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And Prince has got the ball here for the Bucks. Trailing by 10. There's Lopez with the 3. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Lopez has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Right side, Avdia. With the fadeaway. Traps in the tray. Avdia's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Nobody near Lillard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Three-pointer. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. And so it's Portland going into the break with a 10-point lead. A good-size advantage. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post position. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent, and it's Green in at the small forward. Trailblazers leading by 10. Fires from way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Portis with it. Klingon defending. There's Green with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Green's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Milwaukee. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his first foul. Prince has checked in for Green. And a switch here also for Portland. Delano Banton's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Here's the screen. Pass to Klingon. The tray. Porter pulls it in. Bucks trail by 7. Bucks passing it around. Trent, he's open. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Now, Giannis preparing for that kind of attention from the defense, and he found a teammate with an open look.
Here's Banton. And a miss there on the triple. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Count that one.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now, here's Thibault, guarded by Prince. Williams, a screen on Trent. Banton. Portland, no good that time either.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Giannis sets a screen for Prince. Pass to Porter. Portis with it. And here's Trent outside. And Klingon pulls it down.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. It's a tough one to swallow here in the fourth.
Williams finds Thibault. Williams a screen on Trent. Thibault for three. Drills the three-pointer.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to deal.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Trent. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight, coming right back to answer a three with one of their own.
They set the pick. Thibault the pass to Henderson. Playing the screen for Henderson. And another three for Portland.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer.
Prince in the corner. Takes the three. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. You have to use better judgment there.
Back to Williams. Pass to Klingon. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo and stolen by Williams. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. From deep, Trent bangs home the trifecta. Trent's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
It's Prince on the wing. Giannis outside. And stolen by Thibault. Williams passes to Banton. From past the arc. Good on the three-point shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
From deep, Antetokounmpo. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Henderson, no one around him. Kept alive on the wing, Williams. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. The shot's good.
And how about the awareness by Klingon, a big man who can sense when one of his teammates is open.
Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. Now Henderson. Thibault on the wing. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. So the Trailblazers win it. A truly gutsy performance.
of the game?
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Butler out there with Moses Moody. And it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
It looks easy, effortless. Curry, natural from long range.
For three, here's Lillard. Hauled in by Curry. Here's Golden State. It's a three-point game. Jacks up a three. That one is off. Here's Lopez. The three from Prince. Rebounded by Green. Pass to Curry. Back to Green. Outside Curry. Fires for three. That won't go either for Curry.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Well, Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
All right, let's go to Allie LaForce now, who spoke with Doc Rivers.
I asked him specifically about Stephen Curry and what his defensive game plan is for him, and he told me, I just talked with them about communicating out there, especially when the screens are coming. We can't give Steph an inch in those situations. I think it's fair to say we can expect to hear a lot of chatter out there tonight, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Lopez. Back to Kuzma. And here's Lopez. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. No good that time. Got a piece of it. And Lopez gets it to go.
And amidst the tall timber, he's right at home. Extremely comfortable. Lopez getting it done.
Curry passes to Green. Launches it. Lillard pulls down the board. The Bucks have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Here's Prince. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Golden State has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. The three from Curry. And again, no good by Golden State.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Pass to Curry. Takes a three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
You cannot let Dame get good looks, especially from the corner.
Now here's Curry. And here's Green from the arc. Drains the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Curry against Lillard. Pass to Lopez. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Curry. 5 to shoot. Here's Prince. 4-3. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Yeah, you know, Prince is always doing a nice job working to get open, and that's the reward you get for staying active, keeping yourself moving, an open look on the jump shot there.
Well, Clark, Lillard's scoring isn't what it once was, but he's still a major threat from outside.
He sure is. I tell you what, he's got such great range and such command of the ball in his body. He can get the shot he wants more times than not. And he's actually gotten better, I think, when he's working off the ball. You still have to be very much aware of where Damian Lillard is when he's on the court.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo. The Warriors also with a sub. Hield's checked in. Lopez, the screen. Deflected! And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. So Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Giannis Antetokounmpo is checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Kuzma. Trent, he's checked in for Prince. And it's Porter Jr. in for Damian Lillard. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. Kuminga comes in for Butler. Payton's checked in for Moody. And it's Stephen Curry in for Podziemski. And another miss by Milwaukee. Warriors trail by 4. Curry finds Hield, and the foul on Gary Trent. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Curry looking it over. On the take. The 3 is up. And Hield gets a 3. 7 seconds left now in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Trent. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Hield. Oh, it's good! Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness. That's how you beat the clock.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Bucks ahead, leading by 4. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Bucks are doing, guys, your thoughts?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
On the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Kuminga. And it's Payton in at the small forward. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Curry passes to Hield. And they recover it. Back to Curry. Pass to Kuminga. Clock at 6. Now here's Curry, who poked away. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. Curry against Porter. Hield from outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
Leave it to Hield to respond. A consistent three-point sniper.
Back to Portis. Antetokounmpo for 3. Jackson-Davis grabs a miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Curry passes to Kuminga. Here's Jackson-Davis. No good on the 3. Milwaukee leading by 7. Trent on the wing. Here's the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Jackson-Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Hield to screen on Antetokounmpo. Oh, Curry showing off the range.
This is exactly the kind of unique range that Curry has. I mean, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to get up on him.
Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Trent against Hield. And the basket by Trent. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
Curry really runs the offense well. Knows exactly the time to either shoot it or give it up to his teammates.
Portis outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Portis has got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Porter against Curry. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. Rebounded by Green.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Curry against Porter. Curry passes to Kuminga. Back to Curry. They're running. Trent outside. Over Hield. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trent from long range. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Second shot opportunity. Oh, Giannis working inside.
Look, we know Giannis can get it done inside. Defense will have to try much harder to stop him in there.
Curry finds Hield. From deep. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Milwaukee leading by 8. Here's Porter outside. Jackson Davis grabs. On the wing. Curry. He's guarded by Porter. And it's Stephen Curry with the 3.
The best we've seen from three-point range.
Out to Portis. Can't hit that time.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been, all right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Taurean Prince is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. That's Doc Rivers 5 as we get into the second half. Curry against Lillard. Offline with a 3.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
But Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Curry passes to Moody. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. 6 points for him.
We know Curry has tremendous vision, and he uses it to tee up his teammates for easy shots.
The 3 from Prince. The Warriors pull it in. This game is so close. 1 or 2 plays could make the difference.
It's so imperative to try to make each trip count.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Pass to Prince. Launches it. Pure from 3-point range. Prince has got 6.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 4 rebounds in the game. Curry against Kuzma. Outside Moody. Let's go with a 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Lopez finds Prince. 3-pointer. The shot won't fall.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Lopez. Antetokounmpo outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Curry. Here's Prince. Back to Lillard. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 5 rebounds in the game. Well, Grant, there are a few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for the Bucks. Payton's checked in for the Warriors.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
It hasn't been all bad shots for him, but you wouldn't know that looking at his percentage from the field.
On the wing, Curry from outside the arc. Rebounded by Trent. And so Trent will bring it up for Milwaukee. Trailing by 4. Lopez, the screen on Curry. Trent from long range. Knocks it down from distance. Trent's got 8.
He does not lack the confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
To the cup, Curry. Outside for Green. There's the triple. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got assist number 8 here already in the game. Pass to Lopez. And here is Antetokounmpo. Here's Prince. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Butler. The kick out, Curry. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Lets the 3 fly. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Launches a 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Curry. Over Trent. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. The third quarter comes to a close. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Gary Payton II is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Looney in at the center position. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And the basket by Hield.
A very efficient range shooter. You expect Hield to take these shots.
Outside for Porter. The 3 is up. Looney grabs a miss. The Warriors lead by 4. Tries to break his ice. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Hield. Fires from deep. The shot no good. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Trent for 3. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Trent's got 9 points now in the second half. Here's Hield on the wing. Payton for 3, and it's Hield missing. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Green. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Payton. Green finds Porter. And the foul called on Buddy Hield. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
A different look for Milwaukee. Prince is checked in for Green. And it's Rollins in for Porter Jr. The Warriors also with a sub. Pajimski's checked in for Payton. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Kevon Looney. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Lillard outside to take the lead. Yep, right through the net. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
Pass to Green. Green on the attack. The kick out. Curry tries the spin move. Here's Pajimski. Offensive rebound. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Prince can't hit.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make it.
Easy money for Stephen Curry.
Off a pass, Steph Curry, that one is always going in, or almost always going in.
Pass to Prince. Back to Lillard. Counted from distance. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Here's Curry. Outside Moody. Takes a 3. Lillard pulls down the board. And it's Lillard with the ball for the Bucks. They've led by as much as 10. It's stolen by Green. Butler with the ball. Guarded by Antetokounmpo. Back to Pajimski. Curry, a screen on Prince. Pass to Curry. Here's the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Prince has got 4 rebounds now. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That'll be a second foul of the game. Milwaukee in the lead. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lillard. It's Prince on the wing. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one.
There you have it, Prince stepping up big time. This guy played all 4 years in college, and you see evidence of that confidence and maturity there.
Butler passes to Green. Puts up a 3. That one doesn't drop. The Bucks leading by 4. Lillard with the ball. Now Pajimski defending. Lopez, the screen on Butler. Pass to Lopez. Kuzma for 3. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
And again, no good by Golden State. Milwaukee shooting only 42%. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Milwaukee.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
And the three-pointer goes.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
The 3 from Curry. He drops it from range. Here's Milwaukee. They're leading by 8. Lopez for 3. The rebound by Post. And the Warriors with possession here. And the basket by Hield. There's 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The 3 from Curry. Missed it. So Milwaukee wins it. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for...
Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for Grant Hill.
impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Moody in at the 3, the small forward. Butler sets a screen for Curry. Butler passes to Curry. And here is Moody. And it's Podziemski in the corner. The 3. Rebounded by Kamare.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Simons against Curry. Right side, Avdia. 5 to shoot. For 3. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Tries again. Pass to Sharp. Shoots over Podziemski. Off the left rim and out.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
They get it back. Outside for Curry. Tries the spin move. Back to Butler. There's the pick. The 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And down in the corners, Butler can be dangerous. He's pretty comfortable with that shot.
Simons surveying the D. Avdia, a screen on Curry. And it's Simons missing. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Butler kicks to Curry. Fires for 3. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Chauncey Billups. Dave, what do you have to say?
He talked about the respect he has for Jimmy Butler and everything that Jimmy Buckets brings to the table. He told me Butler's special. He impacts the game with the ball, without the ball, and with his defense. But he said as much of a challenge as Butler presents, we're ready. Guys?
Thank you, David. Portland's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. There's 1:59 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Kamare. Three-pointer. Green with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Stolen by Avdia. And here's the break. Sharp with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. A kick out to Simons. Back to Ayton. Three-pointer on the way. The Warriors pull it in. Outside Curry. They kick it out to Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And great offensive instincts from Green. Goes into the shot the moment he catches the ball.
There's the pick. Pass to Kamare. Fires from deep. Outside, Avdia. And stolen by Butler. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Podziemski. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. And for Portland, they're shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
pass it to Butler. Pass to Moody. It's stolen. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Trail. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Trailblazers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
They've out-hustled the opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hill. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Hill dishes to Kuminga. They kick out to Hill. And Curry has it in the corner. Off target from outside. Portland leading by 3. Will stand after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization. Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
Curry against Henderson. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Shot clock at 6. Clinging the screen for Henderson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Stephen Curry.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this one. There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works?
Right.
Kevin, they're bigger, stronger, faster, but everyone builds on the players who came before them, and the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. But in the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Green with a screen on Henderson. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Grant's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. Loads of expectations come with going number 1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Ayton sets the pick for Simons. Jacks up a 3. They get it again. Ayton kicks to Avdia. A three-pointer off the mark.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
This one for 3. The rebound by Shaw. Trailblazers leading by 6. Fires the 3. A kick out to Simons. Over Moody. Over to the wing. Here's Kamara. Misses the 3. Warriors trail by 6. Pass to Avdia. From deep. Here's Kamare. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Hands it from downtown. Sharp's got 9 points.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
3-pointer, Butler. Rebounded by Kamare. And for Portland, they're shooting a low 30% mark from the field. And Butler running the floor.
How about the speed there from Butler? Just a knack for knowing where to run in transition.
Pass to Kamare. Ayton a screen. Puts up a 3. Kamare misses. Healed outside. Here's Moody. And he's good on the 3-ball. Now just a 4-point Trailblazer lead. 8 seconds left now here in the second. And Silence wide open. He'll fire. And right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
20.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Shaedon Sharpe really making a difference here.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Sharpe out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Ayton. Then it's Denny Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that, and it didn't go well early on. But they got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made.
The offensive rebound. Pass to Podziemski. Here's Moody. No good with the triple. Simons with the ball. Now guarded by Hield. Sharp against Butler. Here's Kamare. Now here's Avdia. Just 5 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Avdia's got the lead up to 9 now for Portland. Podziemski finds Butler. Took him no time at all on that one. Butler's got 7 points.
And that's the ball movement you're looking for, and Butler drills it.
Connects from 3-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Out to the right wing. Here's Ayton. That 3 off the mark. Warriors trail by 7. To the hoop. Butler. Pass to Podziemski. No good on the 3. Portland's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the first. Outside, Avdia. Ayton sets the pick for Avdia. Here's Kamare. Beyond the arc. Hits the 3-point bomb. Kamare's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. That's a 2 from Hield. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Portland leading by 10. We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaedon Sharpe in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little, He's just got to continue to improve.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. Outside, Simon. Again, Simon's missing. Warriors trail by 11. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Henderson against Hield. Avdia, a screen on Hield. Henderson, no one around him. Off target with his three. Warriors have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Payton. The kick outside to Butler. It's deflected. Here's Kuminga. And the shot goes in. Kuminga's got 5 points so far.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Henderson with the screen for Grant. Outside, Payton. Hield against Henderson. Offline with his three. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Grant with a screen on Hield. Portland no good that time either.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Avdia. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we... Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Trailblazers leading by 7. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Payton in at the small forward position. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Henderson kicks to Thibault. And another three for Portland.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
It's Henderson on the wing, guarded by Kerr. Henderson with a screen on Hield. Clinging with it, takes a three. A shot, no good. And here we go, fast break. Payton's got it. Wasted no time on that one. Payton's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, nice speed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Warriors trail by 7. Right side, Kuminga. Curry deciding where to go with it. Back to Kuminga. And stolen by Thibault. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. And the Trailblazers lead by 9. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And another thing they did well was just keep the effort up offensively. Lots of boards leading to extra opportunities, which they converted.
Outside for Curry. There's the three. The three ball from Curry.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort. Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Curry passes to Kuminga. Back to Curry. Kuminga sends a screen for Curry. Another three for Golden State.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a three of his own.
2 minutes in the game.
Henderson against Curry. Henderson left side. There's a screen by Williams. Idle for three. The Warriors pull it in. Jackson Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Curry with Swinging, defending. Pass to Jackson Davis. Outside Curry. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer. Now it's just a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
And with a limitless jump shot, the elusive ball handling skills, Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants.
Three-pointer, Payton. Portland grabs the miss. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Different look here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Gary Payton. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Heel. Shoots the three. Sinks the triple. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Payton a screen on Curry. Curry against Simon. It's good.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Puts up a deep 3. They get it back. From deep 3-point territory. It's tipped. Tries yet again. And so it's Portland winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist. And the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
And the Milwaukee starting five. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Prince. And it's Kuzma in at small forward. Now here's Ayton. Three-pointer Sharp. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Lillard against Simons. Lillard passes to Kuzma. Simons against Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, BA, I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level. Obviously, in the past couple seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more, but this is one of the best two-way players in the league. He's not going anywhere.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups. Of course, we talked mostly about Giannis Antetokounmpo, the focus of this one. Coach telling me I've lost sleep thinking about Giannis. He can just take over a game, no matter how you play him. We're hoping he'll be a little off tonight. Do off nights exist for Giannis, guys? We'll find out.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. To the wing, right side. Lopez finds Prince. This one for three. And Ayton pulls it down.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Simons passes to Avdia. Takes the three. Rebounded by Kuzma.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Back to Antetokounmpo. The three. And Kuzma the bucket on the assist by Lopez. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Kuzma rise and fire.
The three from Ayton. Buries it from three.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take two from the free throw line. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Now here's Sharp. Simons outside. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Well, when Giannis has room to run, he is fun to watch. To get out and transition there.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves. But that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
A shot by Lillard, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Sharp, no good. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 5 from deep. 4-3. They grab their own miss. Pass to Lopez. There's the screen by Kuzma. And here is Antetokounmpo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great look, but off the mark.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And here's Simons outside. Avdia, screen on Prince. Sharp, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. And here's Lopez from the arc. Drains the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Oh, swiped away. In transition, here come the Bucks. Lopez, the screen on Simons. Pass to Kuzma. Lopez passes to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. The 3 ball. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Well, the defenders stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Portland shooting their first free throw of the game here.
After what we saw from Simons last year and the way he broke out offensively, just becoming one of those guys that plays with force when he has the ball.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Kuzma. Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Prince. And it's Porter Jr. in for Damian Lillard. Simons' shot is good.
And Simons has great confidence in shooting that three ball, and that consistency will help this squad.
Trent from long range. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
And just nails the three. Way to close.
It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offenses are clicking along. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Giannis plays the 4 with Portis in at center. Gary Trent is out there with Kevin Porter. And it's Green in at the 3. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers experienced with star-laden rosters. He said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
And the burden of expectations, it's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Trent on the wing, covered by Thibault. Shoots. Trent's shot is off.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
There's a screen. Fires the 3. Kamare, that's good. Kamare's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Thibault. Off target with the 3. And so Trent will bring it up for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo outside. Porter against Thibault. Porter, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Now here's Trent with the fadeaway. And another miss by Milwaukee. Pass to Kamare. 3-pointer. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Porter finds Trent. Porter with a screen on Thibault. Green, the pass to Trent. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Grant. Portland leading. Out to the right wing. Fires for 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Porter. Pass to Portis from the arc. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Grant the screen. Here's Kamare. They get the rebound. Henderson for 3. He buries it from 3. Henderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Porter. No points yet. A minute 29 left in the second quarter. Back to Trent. Thibault with a steal. Lets it go from deep. And no good. The Bucks trail. Trent for 3. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Giannis showing off some of that team-first mentality by finding an open teammate.
Here's Thibault. The long-distance three is buried. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Trent finds Portis. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
And Portis got that shot off really quick.
For Portland, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Pass to Klingen. The three. Rebounded by Trent. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Porter, the pass to Trent. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Oh, look at Giannis go up and get it.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Pass to Klingen. Here's Thibault. Sends it home from three-point land. Thibault's got 6 points. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Thibault. Trent for 3. And that's not going to go. It's all tied up in Portland. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Bobby Portis in his bag in this one.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
We've got Anthony Simons. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Avdia. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe, and it's Kamare in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Lillard against Simons. Outside Sharpe. Avdia, screen on Prince. Pass to Kamare. 6 to shoot from behind the arc. Out to Simons. And there is a whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Bucks on D. It's Avdia on the wing. Antetokounmpo covering.
Well, the key there is Taurean Prince staying with his man, the versatility to guard positions, because he can guard a multitude of them. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And Brent, what you like about Toumani Camara, he'll get in there and do the dirty work for you.
Well, what a ride for him to get the recognition to become an NBA draft pick. He did all the little things to put himself in a position to succeed, and then all of a sudden can get on the floor and contribute in so many ways. Versatile defender, knocks down some mid-range shots. These are the kind of guys who you love to see build out a career.
From downtown, rebounded by Lopez.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Trailblazers lead by 3. Simons finds Avdia. Three-pointer Sharpe. Offensive rebound. Simons outside. Beyond the arc. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Ball violation. Jump ball. Bucks foul. Taurean Prince. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Bucks on D. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Simon's shot is good.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Afdia from outside. Knocked loose. Oh, stolen by Lillard. Here's the break. Antetokounmpo for three. Giannis with a ferocious take.
And Giannis not afraid to stretch it out that time with the three ball.
Three-pointer Sharp. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Out to Lillard. The three is up. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got 4 rebounds in the game. The three from Ayton. No good there. Bucks trail by 3. Lillard looking around for the tie. And it's Portland with a rebound. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Ayton passes to Sharp. Lets it go from deep. Connects from downtown. Sharp's got 6.
A very capable shooter. Sharp is very confident pulling the trigger from deep.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Lillard can't get that one to fall.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half. You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
And the call will be against Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Grant's checked in for Portland. Scoot Henderson comes in for Simons. The Bucks also with a sub. Gary Trent Jr. He's checked in for Kuzma. The three. Henderson misses. The Bucks trail by 9. Pass to Prince from outside the arc. Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Avdia outside from behind the arc. Gets the three to fall. He's got 9.
Making plays isn't something Grant is worried about, but he will make smart passes if he can.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Shots good by Henderson.
The response from Scoot in answer 3. What a back and forth. Oh, my.
Prince can't hit.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter. Giannis plays the 4 with Portis in at center. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent, and it's Green in at the 3.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Williams' shot is good.
He shot a lower than average volume here tonight, but his efficiency doing it has helped the team build the lead.
Portland leading by 14. Kept alive. Pass to Benton. And the foul on Gary Trent. That's his first foul. Rupert, he's checked in for Portland. Prince is checked in for the Bucks.
Substitution on the court.
Williams from long range. He can't get that one to fall. Bucks trail by 14. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rupert grabs the board.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from it.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
And the Bucks miss again. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. No good from outside. And so Trent will bring it up for the Bucks. Portis for 3. And another miss by Milwaukee. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Grant's shot is off. Milwaukee has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Let's go with a 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo, left side. It doesn't go for him.
Milwaukee foul. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
The way they've been chasing after their shots in this game is really admirable. Getting them lots of second chance looks at the basket, too.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
They get it back. Outside for Grant. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Lopez. The Bucks trail by 18. Antetokounmpo for 3. Avdija pulls it in. Avdija's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ayton with it, and it's Kuzma picking him up. It's scooped up. Avdija outside. Fades and shoots. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Prince has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Antetokounmpo. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
So tough to contain the length of Giannis. When he takes those strides, he's going to make you foul him.
Kamara, he's checked in for Grant. And so Antetokounmpo nails both of them. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Sharp against Prince. Here's Ayton. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 18.
You can see with that form on the jump shot that DeAndre Ayton has the tools to become effective on the perimeter.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Hey, yo.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game.
Antetokounmpo on the catch-and-shoot jumper. You like that kind of flow from him.
There's Simons with a 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Trailblazers.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
Man, you have to recognize what a night it was for DeAndre Ayton.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Jacks up a 3. Kamari, no good. The Bucks trail by 13. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lopez. From deep. Antetokounmpo can't connect. Antetokounmpo's gone just 1 for 4 from deep. The 3 from Ayton. Giannis with the rebound. Here's Prince from the arc. Hits the trifecta.
Prince, 3 points.
35 seconds left in the final quarter. Lillard against Simons. Shot clock at 5. Fires it. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Stolen by Sharp. Fires from way outside. It's off. So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily.
is on the other end tonight. Defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there at Prince, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Lillard, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
3 points. The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge. And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Inside, the wide open look here for Kuzma. Offensive rebound. Prince dishes to Lopez. Lillard, right side. Shot clock at 5. For the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Which we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Boy, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Lets it go with the 3. Lillard again missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Curry finds Moody. Green with a screen for Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Milwaukee's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Hits it from 3-point range.
A downright lethal 3-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Curry. From the arc. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Lillard looking around. Here's Giannis. Guarded by Green. 6 to shoot. A 3 ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. Warriors with the rebound.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Butler is screen on Antetokounmpo. And that one's good. Green.
Green's floor stretching ability, one of the things that makes this offense so dynamic.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Bucks passing it around. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I talked with Coach about how he plans to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. Coach laughed and then asked me, "You have any ideas?" Giannis is an impossible matchup. We just hope to slow him down a little. As always, it's very difficult to game plan for the Greek Freak, a multiple-time MVP. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Milwaukee leading by 3. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader. But he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
3-pointer, Butler, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Lillard from outside. They get the rebound. Antetokounmpo kicks to Prince. This one for 3. Pass to Lillard. Kuzma outside. Kicks it out to Prince. The tray. Trains the 3-pointer. Prince has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Milwaukee.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside Butler. Outside for Curry. Back to Butler. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Shot IQ has always been a strength for Butler. He's not one to force up a bad shot.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Kuzma passes to Lillard. Back to Kuzma. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Butler sets a screen for Curry. Lopez against Butler. Green with a screen on Antetokounmpo. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Milwaukee. And it was from three-point range. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Payton. And it's Jackson Davis in at the center position.
And with the height to see over the defense, the eyes to spot the open man, Giannis continues to flourish as a facilitator. And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Trent outside. Pass to Green. Trent outside. Giannis kicks to Trent. Green with a screen on Curry. Over in the corner, Portis. Outside, Porter from past the arc. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And Kuminga gets it to go.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Green. Porter against Curry. Green, the pass to Trent. Unloads. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Trent's got his second basket of the night.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Out to Payton. Kuminga sets a screen for Payton. Curry outside. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Over in the corner, Green. And the three off target. Warriors trail by 5. Curry looking around. Curry goes inside. There's the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
Trent passes to Portis. Back to Trent. Portis a screen on Hield. Trent kicks to Portis. It's Trent on the wing, covered by Hield. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Curry with it. Now guarded by Porter. Pass to Jackson Davis. There's the drive. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Golden State. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Podziemski's coming in for Buddy Hield. Brook Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. Taurean Prince comes in for Green. Lopez outside. It's Porter outside. Milwaukee getting another chance here. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Prince finds Porter, and here's Trent outside. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Trent's got 8 points.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
Here's Podziemski. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Kicks it out to Giannis. Lets the three fly. Good! Giannis from deep.
You like to see Giannis hitting those, but you'll live with that if you're the defense.
Pass to Podziemski. And here is Kuminga. Golden State moving the ball around. Curry, wide open, gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got 9 points in the quarter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. From deep. The shot, no good. And stolen by Prince. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks ahead, up 2. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. The post pair, the long-time duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Prince out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Curry finds Butler. Green with a screen for Butler. Curry against Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Curry is inside. And he comes up with the deuce. Curry's got 11 points.
Impeccable touch from Steph.
RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
Kicks it out to Prince. And it's off from three-point range. The Warriors trail. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alden. David.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a two-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. And it's Lillard missing. And for the Warriors, they're shooting at 50% in a decent group. Curry dishes to Butler. Back to Curry. There's the screen. The 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 8 now on the night. The kick out to Lopez. Pass to Lillard. Three-pointer. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Lillard against Curry. Now, here's Moody. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. There it goes. Antetokounmpo. Three-pointer, Lillard. Warriors with the rebound.
Yeah, good job. Just staying alert there, snatching up that long rebound.
Butler from outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And there's the call on Curry. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Bucks making a change here. Trent's checked in.
Number 5, Trent.
Lillard against Curry. Lillard attacking. Lopez outside. Lopez sets a screen for Trent. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Lillard. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 8 here in the quarter.
Oh, the patience, the composure. Lillard letting his shot come to him under pressure.
Moody. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists in the game. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
And Post gets it to go.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Trent, a screen on Curry. And Lillard kicks to Trent. Back to Lillard. Prince with a screen on Curry. Lillard with no one around. That 3 off target had some space there after the little bump there. Here's Curry. Pass to Post. Back to Pajemski. With a tie, he takes it in. Outside for Curry. Fires from deep. The rebound by the Bucks. Poke loose. Outside Butler for the lead. Butler loves the three-point look.
And he's had his ups and downs from distance, but Jimmy Bucket's always aggressive, looking to score.
From deep, Trent. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Pajemski out there with Hield. Then there's Moses Moody. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Post in at the center, locking down the middle. Bucks trail by 4. Trent outside. Green deciding where to go with it. Shoots. Kept alive. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Jacks up a 3. Green, no luck.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Hield. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
From deep, Trent. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Bucks trail by 4. Porter kicks to Trent. Pass to Portis. Shoots the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Butler's got rebound number 5 here tonight. On the wing, Hield. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Hield. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Porter. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Butler sets a screen for Curry. Outside Butler. Lets it go with a 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And Prince has got the ball here for the Bucks. Put that bucket in no time at all. Lillard's got 11 points here in just the second half.
ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Moody's shot is off. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Giannis passes to Portis. And the double up out of Antetokounmpo. Prince outside. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists now tonight. Curry kicks to Butler. And they get it. The answer, Jimmy Butler.
And Butler, no stranger to these pressure situations. A big-time gamer who knows how to take over on key possessions.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Curry against Lillard. Pass to Moody. Those 3-pointers off the mark. The Bucks trail. Giannis with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Portis, the pass to Kuzma. Lillard left side. Prince in the corner. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And the defense has to know that taking away his three is the #1 priority, and he's hurt them all game long with that shot. It makes no sense.
Trent's checked in for the Bucks. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Kicks it out to Prince. Back to Lillard. Fires the 3. The Warriors pull it in. 58 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Moody finds Butler. Here's Curry with the 3. It's rebounded by Portis.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The 3-point stroke is off.
To the wing right side. Lillard with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Trent outside. Milwaukee is to get off the shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Here's Curry. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
3-pointer, Lillard misses the 3. Pass to Podziemski. Outside Curry. There's the triple. No good from 3-point territory. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Jimmy Butler is out there with Knox. Then there's Peyton. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's post in at the center. Lopez from long range.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And Butler always looking to find that alley-oop. Just throw it his way, and he'll handle the rest.
It's deflected. Kuzma finds Prince. Over in the corner, Lillard. Prince setting a pick for Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Prince looking around. Lillard with a screen for Prince. Lillard outside. Just 4 to shoot. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Lillard's got the game tied up here for Milwaukee. Curry attacking. Pass to Knox. No good from outside. Bucks shooting 41% for the game. The three. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Curry against Lillard. Pass to Kuzma. Lopez sets a screen for Prince. Lopez kicks to Kuzma. Oh, and they take the lead. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
And easy to see why they turn to Kuzma in these moments. They trust him to go get one.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. And here's Prince outside. Out to Kuzma. Lillard with it. And Lopez has it in the corner. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lopez has got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
It catches people off guard to see what a smooth stroke Lopez has scoring big fella.
Knox misses. And here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Out to Payton. It's Curry outside. Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
When it is crunch time and you've got Stephen Wardell Curry, the game plan is simple. Get him the ball.
A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. And Prince subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Now here's Prince. He's defended by Pajemski. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
They kick it out to Green. Cans the 3.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through.
Thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Here's the starting group for Portland. They've got Shaden Sharp, Denny Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Anthony Simons, and it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Curry. Off target from outside. Avdia against Butler. Simons outside. Launches it. Out left to the wing. Five to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Portland again missing. Outside Curry for 3. Rebounded by Kamare.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Well, Stanley was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
Now here's Moody. And there's the screen. And here's Curry for 3. Avdia pulls it in. Portland has gone 1 of 4 from deep. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Outside Sharp. Avdia, screen on Butler. Butler against Sharp. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Moses Moody.
And Sharp has no off switch. He's consistent at attacking defenses and drawing whistles.
Looney's checked in for the Warriors. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and Coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Simons. Pass to Sharp. The 3 ball. Looney grabs a miss. The Warriors have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Moody misses.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Again, the miss by Portland.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Sinks the tray.
Yeah, the sweet-looking jumper of Steph. It just looks so pure coming out of his hands.
It's Sharp on the wing. The 3 is up. Ayton passes to Sharp. Ayton with a screen. Puts it up from 17. Pass to Kamare. Puts up a 3. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Curry. Outside for Butler. This one for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
Unselfish offense leads to Butler getting something in rhythm.
Here's Kamare. Moody defends. It's Avdia on the wing. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. They set the pick. And here's Curry for 3. Avdia pulls it in. Portland trailing here. And the foul called on Brandon Pajemski. That's his first foul of the game. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Jackson Davis is checked in for Looney. Kuminga comes in for Moody. Payton's checked in for Pajemski. And Hield is subbed in for Stephen Curry. A big group substitution here for Portland. Klingett, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Jeremy Grant comes in for Kamara. Thibault, he's checked in for Sharp. And it's Scoot Henderson in for Simons. Now here's Hield. Outside Butler. Bader on the way. The shot, no good. And Portland's shooting an unremarkable 30% in the first. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And the first one at the line is good.
Taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Warriors trail by 3. Curry passes to Hield. On the wing, Payton to the left side wing. Outside Curry. Hield, a screen on Henderson. Here's Curry. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
And credit him for
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Portland ahead, up 1. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Trailblazers in this one?
Well, we've watched them force their way to the line, and it seems to be working so far.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's really hard to get foul calls on the road. Credit them for being so aggressive.
Curry and Hield to the sharp-shooting backcourt. Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Jackson Davis in at the center position. That's the Warriors 5. Coach, it's such a difficult transition to the NBA. Scoot Henderson joins from the G League Ignite. What do you see in his game?
Well, look, I see a really talented guy who plays the game hard. What you've got to get improvement in are the 2 areas that most people have to improve in: shooting and decision-making.
And here's Grant from the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. Grant's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And the corner pocket was open, and Grant took advantage.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis' screen. Hield from outside. On target from range.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Henderson. Outside Thibault. It's stolen by Curry. And the Warriors pushing it up now.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Here's Thibault. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Hield for 3. It's rebounded by Grant. The Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. And the Warriors make some changes. Green's checked in for Jackson Davis. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Hield. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Williams is checked in for Kamara. Now here's Henderson. Grant right side. Fires for 3. Kuminga pulls it in. The Warriors leading. Payton up top. He's covered by Grant. Here's the 3. Knocks down the triple. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Yeah, you can tell Curry knows the angles, smartly setting up another guy.
For 3, Klingon. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Here's Klingon. He's scoreless. Henderson scanning the floor. Outside for Grant. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Quick shooting from Grant. He gets it and takes it. It's just that easy for him sometimes.
Pass to Kuminga. Green, a screen. Back to Curry. There's the triple. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 4 rebounds now. Grant outside. Takes a three. Back to Thibault. From deep three-point land. From beyond the arc and then some.
And just a beautiful looking shot from long range.
Curry against Henderson. Green with a screen on Henderson. The three from Curry. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 5th rebound in this one. Williams a screen on Payton. And here's Grant from the arc. Again the miss by Grant. The Warriors have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. 4-3. The rebound by Payton. Well, the Warriors shooting 40% so far in this one. Payton with a screen on Henderson. Outside, Green takes the three. They get it back. Back to Curry from deep three-point land. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler's checked in for Kuminga. Moody comes in for Payton. And it's Buddy Hield in for Stephen Curry. Pass to Hield. Clock at 6. Fires the three. Can't get it to drop. Abdia, right side. Ayton, the screen on Butler. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Warriors ahead, leading by a point. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. Abdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then there's Sharp. And it's Kamari in at the three. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Simons got his first 3 points of the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
First team foul.
Simons against Curry. Pass to Butler. Green with a screen on Simons. Outside for Butler. Just 5 to shoot. There's the three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ayton finds Simons. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Oh, Moody deadly from there.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Simons against Curry. Pass to Sharp. Beyond the arc. No good on the shot. And it's Butler with the ball for the Golden State Warriors. They lead by 1. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Now here's Abdia. Ayton, the screen on Butler. Abdia from outside. Sinks it! What range from downtown. Abdia's got 5 points.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Launches a three. Another three for Portland.
Oh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
Pass to Moody. Now Pajimski. Outside Butler. Three-pointer. And the Warriors miss again.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Now here's Ayton. Here's Kamari. He has 6. Outside Sharp. Boy. That foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Payton's checked in for the Warriors. Grant's checked in for Portland. Henderson comes in for Simons. Grant the screen. Here's Kamari. Again, the miss by Portland. Warriors trail by 5. Green, the pass to Curry. Green with a screen on Henderson. Here's Curry. Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got 8 rebounds in the game. Off the outside. Knocked away. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Warriors make some changes. Jackson Davis comes in for Green. And Santos is subbed in for Payton. Klingin, he's checked in for Portland. Banton comes in for Kamara. Now here's Curry. He's got 12. Outside for Butler. Over Henderson. And Butler the bucket on the assist by Curry. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
The offensive rebound. Banton on the wing. Defended by Pajemski. 6 on the shot clock. Fires in the triple. Banton's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Jimmy Butler taking it upon himself to get those 3 points back.
Here's Banton, defended by Pajemski. They set a pick. Another 3 for Portland.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
For the Trailblazers, Robert Williams checked in for Avdia, and it's Rupert in for Banton. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And defenders really have to respect the shot of Curry. And as a result, he's able to get into the lane with his drives. And once again, Steph gets a trip to the free throw line.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Out to the wing. Henderson against Curry. The kick out to Williams. To the left wing. The 3. And it's Rupert missing. Up in time. No good. Would have counted had it gone. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Trace Jackson Davis out there with Butler. And it's Santos in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now here's Henderson. Some room here for Williams. Gets a very good look and converts. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. And the Warriors shooting just 38% for this game so far. And here's Butler outside. It's deflected.
Wow, great size and better positioning made that block possible from Klingin.
Banton, he's checked in for Portland.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Warriors on D. Henderson outside. Pass to Banton. Just 4 to shoot. Fires from deep. Hits the three-pointer. Banton's got 9 points now in the second half.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is given.
Now here's Butler. Hield on the wing. From downtown, Williams grabs the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Grant outside. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Out left to the wing. For 3, Klingon. Rebounded by Butler. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Golden State Warriors. Trailing by 8, knocks down the long J.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
For Portland, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Pass to Grant. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Puts up a deep 3. Three-pointer. Banton, good. Banton's got 6 in the quarter.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Here's Klingon. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Hield. Warriors trail by 8. It's stolen by Henderson. Now the Blazers on the move. Banton, good. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Portland.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition. Just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Oh, and there's the whistle. Well, maybe a little bit of a use it or lose it situation with the coach's challenge. Probably won't make a difference to the outcome, but they still want to review the call.
Taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And the Warriors make some changes. Knox, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Payton comes in for Santos. And it's Stephen Curry in for Hield. And a new group getting ready for Portland. Denny Avdias checked in for Williams. Kamara comes in for Grant. Sharp, he's checked in for Banton. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Henderson. The first one falls.
Yet known for his size and defense, Klingon has the potential to be a very effective two-way player in this league.
Warriors trail by 13. To stop the run, Curry goes in. No luck on that one. Simons with it, now guarded by Curry. Avdia can't get it to go. Golden State now running out of time. Knox. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Avdia outside. There's the triple. Simons outside. Launches it. Pure from three-point range.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Trailblazers.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked. I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Here's Klingon. The three is up. Sinks it from distance. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. And here's Portland. A deep three. Fires the three. That one no good. Curry with it. Puts up a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Fires away from way outside. They get it again. So no problem for Portland as they get the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can